McFaddies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy Nikhil, and I'm back with another book review because books are my love language. I got this from a Black woman-owned bookstore. Sorry, just trying to fix it, in Dallas, and I will be sure to put their websites in the description box below. But anyways, I'm here with another book review, this time for Glorious by Bernice McFadden. I love me some Bernice McFadden. Listen, Sugar, when I tell you that book took my breath away, I have a book review on Sugar, so check that out on my channel if you have not yet. And then I read the follow-up to Sugar, and so this is my third Bernice McFadden book. And Glorious follows a woman named Easter. I love her name. And just basically through her life. So this is during the time of like the Harlem Renaissance, the Civil Rights era, Jim Crow South. So all of those, we get to see all of those different seasons as she moves through her life and also moves around the country. And let me tell y'all, the prologue had me in tears. Before I could get to chapter 1, I was in tears. Bernice McFadden does historical fiction better than anybody else that I have ever read personally. She paints pictures so vividly with her words. Her words are so beautifully strung together. Let me just like read y'all like some sentences that really just like did it for me. Okay, so here she's talking about writing. So Easter is a writer, which obviously I love because I write a little bit too. And she's talking about someone asking her if she's still writing. And she said, was she still writing? She was writing to keep a grip on life, the evidence of which was right there on the skin of her index and middle fingers, dark indentations from the pencil she used. Was she still writing? Well, she had to leave something of herself behind, something that said she'd been there and had made a contribution, because she sensed that her body would never yield a child. So her stories had become her babies, and the fact that her babies were conceived in her mind and not her womb did not make them any less alive, any less beautiful, any less loved, or any less glorious. Yeah, I'm still writing, she said. I'm just like, the words don't get no better than that. They just the way she puts it together. Okay, let me see. I think there was another one or two I wanted to share with y'all. Over time, his name became a lump of sugar on her tongue that rolled off like syrup when she called out to him. Like, she just gets it. The beauty of words. She gets it 100%. So this book, it follows Easter from the time that she's really young and she leaves her hometown and she ends up in all these different places, and almost by happenstance, like she finds a place and then things end up going in a direction, and she's really one of those types of people that just follows her intuition and follows her where the wind blows her. And sometimes that's great, and sometimes it turns out not so great. But as she's going through, she's running into so many names of historical Black people that we know of. There's a scene in this book, I'm not going to spoil too much of it, but there's a scene in this book where she's at an event and she's talking to this man on the balcony, and he's, chatting her up, and he's like, so what's your name? She's like, my name's Easter Gibbs. And she's like, so what's your name? Like, Langston Hughes. And I was like, Langston Hughes? Okay, period. So there's a lot of moments like that where like intersection of historical and fiction happen right before our eyes. So that's really beautiful to see. And I will say this book is heavy. Sugar was also heavy. But this is heavy in a different way. I almost feel like it never lightens up. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every book, as long as a book brings out an emotion, it's a good book for me. And so it brings out an emotion, but it's so realistic. And I don't say but as in this is a bad thing. It's so realistic in that sometimes there's not a happy ending. Sometimes things don't wrap up beautifully. Sometimes it's rough all the way through. Sometimes it just is. But this was a beautifully written book. If I had any critique, I would say like towards the middle, it got a little slow for me. And me and my homegirl read this book together. We read it at the same time, but she finished before me. And I was texting her and I was like, oh my goodness, like, you know, I was all in at the beginning, but I feel like I'm wanting it to pick up pace. And literally like 3 pages later, it picked up pace. And I was like, oh, wait. Okay. All right. So if you pick this book up, understand that beginning part is going to grip you. You might have a little bit of slow moments in the middle, but once you get to the end, it picks up, and you really, really get a chance to not just see the story of this character, but also history happening to this character as you work through the book. So this was really, really an amazing read. I would give this a 8.5 out of 10. And I have a goal to read all of Bernice's books. So this is number 3. I will be back with another review once I get to her next book. But in the meantime, let me know in the comments if you've read this. If not, have you read any historical fiction? If so, what's your favorite? Comment and let me know. All right, until next time, guys. Bye.